this package, we have for you stories on petroleum, telecommunications, tourism, aviation, transportation, as well as some stock reports. I am Charity Jerome. First, the business news headlines. Senate summons NNPC again, cites non-remittance of 4.07 trillion naira. Fuel tanker drivers threaten to down tools. Telecommunications operators lose 11.8 million subscribers in 4 months over NIN registration, and electric car debuts at Sokoto State Trade Fair. Details of these and more coming shortly. The Senate Public Accounts Committee has again summoned the management of the Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation over the alleged non-remittance of 4.07 trillion naira to the Federation account between 2010 and 2016. The management of the NNPC had appeared before the Senate panel penultimate week to explain how the 4.07 trillion naira was spent. The firm had presented a written response which stated that the money was expended on oil pipeline repairs, heavily subsidized domestic fuel supplies, security and management matters. The committee, however, asked the NNPC to provide it with the required details within a week so that the panel would either vacate or sustain the query. The chairman of the committee, Senator Matthew Urogide, told members of the panel at their session that although the NNPC had submitted the required documents, its officials still needed to appear before the committee. He said the management of the NNPC would give oral evidence and defend some of the claims in the documents they had submitted. Meanwhile, the Petroleum Tanker Drivers Branch of the Nigeria Union of Petroleum and Natural Gas Workers have said its members will withdraw their services if the installation of safety valves is not made mandatory in all petroleum trucks with effect from May 1st. The tanker drivers said this yesterday in a communique issued at the end of their meeting on Saturday in Ibadan, Oyo State. The branch said it would no longer be able to guarantee the continued service of its members in the petroleum products distribution across the country if new conditions of service for petroleum tanker drivers were not provided for in the next 14 days from March 27. It also expressed worry over the increasing rate of fire incidences involving petroleum trucks, with accompanying massive destruction of lives and property of its members and the general public. Statistics from the Nigeria Communications Commission has shown that the number of Telcom subscribers in the country dropped by 11.84 million in 4 months. The recent report shows the telecommunications operators in the country recorded yet another loss of 4.13 million active subscribers in February 2021, as the industry recorded 195.73 million GSM users in the month. The telcos had lost 46,648 subscribers in November 2020, followed by a drop of 3.38 million subscribers in December 2020, and then a loss of 4.29 million subscribers in January 2021. The 4 major telecom service providers also recorded zero porting activities following the NCC's directive in December for telcos to suspend sales, registration, and activation of new SIM cards, hindering porting activities as well. And to Nasarawa State now, Minister of Information and Culture and Tourism, Lai Mohammed, has said that the federal government has concluded plans to make Nasarawa State a global tourism site. The minister made the position of the federal government known while on a fact-finding and sightseeing with officials of the ministry at the Farinruwa Waterfalls in Wamba Local Government Council. He described the Farinruwa Waterfalls as enthralling and one of the wonders of the world. He noted that the federal government, through the Information, Culture and Tourism Ministry, would engage development partners and other relevant international organizations to see how the potentials could be fully harnessed and developed for the benefits of Nasarawa State and the country at large.
So far, federal legislators from this part of the country, from this state in particular, make the construction.
We apologize for the poor quality of that audio. Moving away from that now, the Minister of Water Resources, Suleiman Adamu, says that funding is not the main cause of inadequate safe water supply in the country, blaming states and local governments for not making the right investment in water resources. The minister made the assertion in Abuja at a press conference organized by the Federal Ministry of Water Resources in partnership with Action Against Hunger Nigeria to commemorate the 2021 World Water Day with the theme Valuing Water. Adamu said it was time to educate the public on the economic importance of water, saying every single drop wasted affects the economy.
The ministry is set to do more in the following areas: increase public awareness about the value of water and public participation in water projects and programs, improve partnership with government at all levels, especially in the area of adequate budget allocation for water interventions, increase advocacy for the water resources bill across the states, encourage relevant stakeholders to increase resource mobilization and enhance investment in water infrastructure, integrate multi-sectoral actions in COVID-19 response and recovery, and finally upscale water sanitation and hygiene intervention programs.
Or still on the news, the chairman of the Senate Committee on Aviation, Senator Smart Adeyemi, says most airports in Nigeria are not viable. Adeyemi stated this after a 2-hour inspection of the Anambra State International Cargo Passenger Airport at Umueri in the Anambra East local government area of Anambra State by a joint Senate House of Representatives Committee on Aviation. While stating that they were impressed with the quality of work going on at the airport, Adeyemi described the project as a masterpiece which would elevate the status of both the citizenry and the state's revenue. Asiwaju Bola Tinubu, the national leader of the All Progressives Congress APC, has called on the federal government to invest massively on job creation to tackle insecurity and unemployment in the country. Tinubu made the appeal in a remark at the opening of the 2021 annual Arewa House lectures, which he chaired in Kaduna. He said the government must urgently think outside of the box in finding solutions to the challenges posed by unemployment. According to him, the frustration and despair among the youth was largely caused by chronic poverty and breakdown in social institutions. Tinubu added the government must implement a national industrial policy to encourage key industries to begin to employ the country's growing population. He advised states and local governments to shape their budgets to suit their revenues as federal governments spend more to create more jobs for the youth.
Government must not be afraid to embark on active physical policy to create jobs, build infrastructure, and develop our industrial sector, as well as continue to improve agriculture. This means governments must spend money, but spend it on those things that bring the requisite economic return for the nation. Here one must make the point clear about the urgency of need to think outside the box in finding solutions to the challenges posed by our unemployed youth. Because of the currency issuing power of the federal government.
From Kaduna to Sokoto State, the first electric car assembled in Nigeria by Sokoto-born Aliyu Jalani-led National Automotive Design and Development Council is the cynosure of all at the ongoing trade fair holding in Sokoto State. The car is part of items on exhibition at the National Trade Fair for Sokoto, Kebbi, and Zamfara states. Jalani, an erstwhile America's General Motors designer of 2004 Pontiac G6 and 2010 Chevrolet Volt, is currently the Director General of the National Automotive Design and Development Council. Receiving the car at the Government House in Sokoto, Governor Aminu Tambuwal described the birth of the car as a cultural revolution that will generally affect the lifestyle and life chances of Nigerians. Tambuwal, taking cue from Jalani's brief on the new car, described it as environmentally friendly, adding that it was also cheaper in terms of maintenance. It's time for us now to link up with Femi Ojo for Stock Exchange reports.
Good morning to you. Here is the summary of trading activities on the floor of the Nigerian Stock Exchange for last week Friday, the 26th day in the month of March 2021. Bearish with the closed market for investors as we have the whole share index dropping by 0.20% to close at 39,216.20 basis points. Over 250.9 million units of shares valued at over 2.790 billion naira was traded in 3,746 deals, and we have the equity capitalization at the close of trading summing up to over 20.5 trillion naira. I look at the top three gainers for last week Friday's trading. We have Guinness topping the Guinness pack, gaining 2 naira 70 kobo to close at 30 naira. Prestige gained 4 kobo to close at 45 kobo, and Sovereigns gained 2 kobo to close at 24 kobo. For the decliners, we have FTN Cocoa top on the losers pack, losing 5 kobo to close at 46 kobo. Jais Bank lost 6 kobo to close at 59 kobo, and Royalist lost 2 kobo to close at 24 kobo. For the major players, we have UBN topping the traders pack, trading over 79.2 million units of shares. Zenith Bank traded over 21 million units of shares. Guarantee traded over 19.7 million units of shares. Guinness traded over 12.5 million units of shares, and UBA traded over 10.2 million units of shares. That was the summary of trading activities on the floor of the Nigerian Stock Exchange for the last day of trading last week. Join me on Wednesday when I bring you the outcome of the trading day for this week. And for tomorrow, I am Femi Ojo. Enjoy your weekend. Bye-bye.
Many thanks, Femi. And that's it on Business Splash for today on Splash 105.5 FM, your integrity station. Join us again on Wednesday for a fresh edition. My name is Charity Jerome. Good morning and thank you for listening.
Quick, Charger 240.
Hot news, cool vibes.